Hi, this is David with the Enzo Trading System, and today I come with some good news, I guess. First, we closed the month of July with a profit, a slight one, but still a profit nonetheless. So we since June was quite painful. It's a welcome news, I think. So we'll see how it goes for this month. It didn't start so well, but it's still early. Hopefully we make another profit this month as well. So the main reason why this month went well, I guess, first of all, the market had to improve a little bit by itself. So that helps, that always helps. Another thing is we've been working on position sizing. I mentioned this in a previous video detailed about our new indicator that basically determines the phase of the market and will automatically reduce or increase the position size depending on that. There is that, and then there is other criteria that we introduced, some mostly automated criteria that they've been working well, I think. They're not perfect, but there's no perfection anywhere. As long as it helps, it's good. So another thing that helped is a new algorithm, this hiker, which was able to give us about, here it says on spot 8.5, actually on futures was 10% profit in at the end of last month. And this one is basically, this one is based on the idea that it will catch some spike of volume and will basically try to determine whether that's a prelude for a pump or for a dump. It generates quite a few false positives, but as long as it works most of the times, or even if not most of the times, as long as it works when in order to make more profit than losses, then it's good. And so far it's working well. We'll introduce this also for other markets. It's been running on Bitcoin for, I don't know, a month now. So soon it will be in other markets. Users don't have to do anything about this. It just comes with the signals. So, but if you go and look at the trades, you'll probably see the name of the algorithm. And hopefully it'll do good things. We did some tests with the altcoins. Actually, I mean, it doesn't bring that much profit, but at the same time, it prevents worse algorithms from operating. So as long as it reduces the losses, it's already a gain. So in other news, there are issues with the Binance keys. So now Binance has decided that after 30 days, keys will lose the ability to do spot and margin trading. This is a countdown that happens only if you renew API keys or if you change something in the current keys, like some setting. It will, after 30 days, you will have to kind of, I don't know exactly how that works. I think one will have to go to the API key setting and enable spot and margin trading again. So even though we mostly do futures, perpetual futures trading, spot trading is still necessary in order for the trading system to automatically buy the necessary portions of BNB that are used to pay for the trading fees. So if there are BNB available on the futures wallet, then trades will cost, I think, 50% less or something like that. So that definitely it's very important, I think, especially in the long run. So this BNB need to be on the futures wallet, but to purchase BNB, they need to be purchased on the spot wallet. So what the trading client does, it will move some USDT from futures to spot, then it will purchase BNB on spot, then it will move back this BNB into futures, and then it can be used automatically. So Long story short, if you're a pro user, meaning that you're host with us, we now have a new server with a fixed IP. So we'll get in touch with you and we'll give you the fixed IP that you can provide to the API keys, and that allows for those API keys to operate without any expiring date. If you're not a pro, if you have a fixed IP, do provide a fixed IP. It's kind of a whitelist that needs to be inserted. It's a whitelist with the setting of the management of the API keys. If you don't have a fixed IP, like most people, I guess, so you just be careful and do enable again spot and margin trading from time to time, every 30 days when it expires. I think I'll probably Binance provide some email warning. I wouldn't bet on it. Probably that's what happens, but we'll have to wait and see. So another issue with Binance is is having a bit trouble with the regulation in Europe. Frankly, I don't know much about this. I don't understand much. Yeah, there's been news that futures trading, they are being they won't be available, I guess, in Italy, Netherlands, and Germany in about 3 months. Already, people they can't sign up for new accounts, for new futures accounts. So we'll see whether something will happen, and then all of a sudden won't be a problem anymore. In the meantime, what we're doing, we're looking into other exchanges. So the first one we'll probably implement is Bybit, even though, I mean, it's not probably one that is fully regulated anywhere. I really don't know, but it's easier to implement and probably is in less trouble than Binance. So it's easy to implement because the APIs, it looks similar to Binance, so we'll see about that. We'll implement this, and hopefully maybe we'll implement other exchanges depending on the needs and where our users are and what happens really with the regulations. So, but yeah, basically we're working on that. And yeah, speaking of changes, we're going to release a new client. We already made a beta for the 3.0.1. So the main changes, the new client are, yeah, one is hidden. We changes the libraries, the networking libraries that are being used. They should work better, to make a long story short. They're more standard used. And another one with it should reduce traffic if you're trading with multiple trading clients. That's generally our case. We usually have hundreds of clients running at the same time. So what was happening before, each trading client would stream the same market data, but because we're only on 5 markets, we really need to only stream 5 sets of market data, and that's what's happening right now with the new trading clients. Basically, the launcher will take the market data and then we'll give it to every client. So it's generally a problem. It's generally not a problem for average user that only has a trading on single account, but if you're a more sophisticated user, this should reduce your bandwidth. And we also introduced new expert utilities. I mean, this is pretty rough. It's not built to be too user-friendly, but basically right now with the expert utilities, you can see what your assets are on futures, on spot, and you can actually transfer. You say, let's say I want to transfer some BNB, I want to transfer 1 BNB from spot to futures, or from futures to spot. That's something that you can do from the Binance interface, but it can be useful to just do it from the trading client. I mean, usually it's definitely useful for us because we have a lot of accounts running, and you don't want to log in or log out for each one of them. So yeah, that's the improvements in the client. And yeah, I mentioned already improvements in the algorithms. soon the new algorithm, the hiker, will go live on altcoins as well. We'll see how that works. Of course, we tested everything and it's promising. It should produce pretty much the same profit with reduced drawdown. So that's always good. Yeah, that's it for the update. If you need to get in touch, always you can always come over to Discord chat, email, anything. And that's it. Goodbye.